mathematical term. What it is? It is called a variable. So here I'll take the number of boys as X, the number of girls as Y. Altogether, there are 50 students. Hence, I can write X plus Y is equal to 50. Here, X and Y, these two are also mathematical terms which are used to represent the unknown quantities. So, these unknown quantities are known as variables. So, one is telling that, sir, the number of boys is 25. No. It may be 10. If number of boys is 10, girls 40. If number of boys is 40, girls, it will be 10. It will be different. Followed? Right. It is second term. This is variable. Variable. A mathematical term which is used for representing the unknown quantity is known as variable. And the variable, to represent the variables, we will go for using English alphabet letters from A to Z, but it should be small letter. Here I write example A, B, small c, small d, and so on up to Z. But most commonly used letters for representing variables is R, X, Y, and many times we'll go for using these as variables. Okay, next. Look here. Let's move on to third term. Observe. I go for taking a constant 4. No, Poyar, you must copy it so that I'm also writing. During explanation, you no need to write. Whenever I'll be writing, you can also write. Here, I've taken a constant 4. Let me go for taking any one variable. I take X. We know how to apply fundamental operations on constant and variable. If I go for adding 4 and X, what will be the sum? What may be the sum? 4 plus X. It is 4 plus X only, because these two are unlike terms. It's not 4X, it is 4 plus X only. If I go for finding the difference, it may be 4 minus X or X minus 4. 4 minus X is always 4 minus X only. X minus 4 is always X minus 4 only. Next, now I'll multiply 4 and X. 4 into X. Then, very good, it will be 4X. The product will be 4X. And if I go for dividing 4 by X, it can be written as 4 by X. Even if I divide X by 4, it will be X by 4. Okay. Here we have product. These two are quotients. And this is sum. These two are difference. Now I go for considering only the product or quotient of constant and variables. Do you know which mathematical term is used for representing the product or quotient of a constant and variables? Variable or variables? What it is called? It is. Yes, you are right. Very good. It is an algebraic term. Algebraic term. Once I repeat, the product or quotient of a constant and variables is known as algebraic term. This is third important information with respect to polynomial. Right. Algebraic term. Algebraic term. Let me go for taking few examples for algebraic. Example I take this one only, 4x, then even 4 by x or x by 4. Not only this, all right, 7 xyz. Next, minus 2 by 3 xy or ab, mn, whatever the variables can be taken. It is, once I repeat the definition, just listen carefully. The product or quotient of a constant and variable is known as an algebraic term. So these are few examples. In addition with this, I go for taking some more examples. X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, up to Z. They are also algebraic terms. All variables are algebraic terms. Are you following? Are you following? Whether question is coming to your mind, sir, how do you say about all variables as algebraic terms? Will you not ask me the question? Can we consider the variables as algebraic terms? Yes or no? No, some of you are telling that no. Okay. Some are telling yes, of course. Okay. The variables are also algebraic terms. Let me tell you why it is. See, the x can be written as x by 1. X can also be written as 1 into x. Look here. This is the quotient and this is the product of a constant and variable. So that is why all variables has algebraic terms. So x, y, z and so on, they are also algebraic terms. I take some of the constants as well, algebraic terms, like 3, 7 and so on. All constants are algebraic terms. Are you thinking why? Akansha MG, are you thinking why the constants are called algebraic terms? The reason is, I'll tell you that. Look here, if I take 3 is a constant, is also an algebraic term. This can be written as 3 into 1 and okay, it is equal to 3 into 1. 1 is anything raised to the power 0. Very good, Sahel. It is 1 can be written as x raised to the power 0, y raised to the power 0, z raised to the power 0. Look here. Now this is the product of constant and a variable. So this is an algebraic term. Hence, 3 is also an algebraic term. So all variables and all constants are algebraic terms. Next, let's move on to fourth. Now, observe. I have written x, what it is? It is an algebraic term. Of course, it is a variable, but all variables are algebraic terms. Hence, you can consider x as an algebraic term. Next, I take another one. Y is also an algebraic term. 3z is also an algebraic term. 5 is also an algebraic term. Here I have taken 4 algebraic terms. Any number of algebraic terms can be taken. Just I have taken only 4. In between 2 algebraic expressions, algebraic terms, let's go for using any fundamental operation symbols. You may use plus sign or minus sign or multiplication sign, even division sign also. All the 4 can be used. Any one or any of these 4 can be used. Here again I am using plus sign. Okay, these algebraic terms are connected by using symbols of fundamental operations. Then we have got a new statement. What is this new statement? Once I repeat. Very good. Correct. It is an algebraic expression. If two or more algebraic terms connected by using the symbols of fundamental operations is known as an algebraic expression. Not only this, here x and y, two algebraic terms are there. I go for using into symbol, then you will get a product, that is xy. Xy is also an algebraic expression. X is also an algebraic expression. 7 is also an algebraic expression. All constants, all variables, and all algebraic terms are algebraic expressions. Followed? Yes or no? Okay, very good. Idishri, I'm not getting response from your side. Good. Yes. Once I repeat the definition, if two or more algebraic terms are connected by using the symbols of fundamental operations, is known as, then it is known as an algebraic expression. Please write. Fourth term, it is algebraic expression. Algebraic expression. Let me go for taking few examples for algebraic expressions. It is 2x plus 3y, x minus 7y, 3x minus 4y minus 7. Not only this, x square y plus 10z, a by b by 7, x square minus root 7 into x plus 15. So these are all algebraic expressions. In addition with those, I'll go for taking few more examples. You may also write, that is 10. We know that all constants are algebraic expressions. Then I'll write only y. All variables are algebraic expressions. Then 2x by y. All algebraic terms are algebraic expressions. Hope that you have written. Okay. Okay. Dear students, you can observe that in these difference between term and expression. Okay. Algebraic term and algebraic expression. I told you, algebraic term is the product or quotient of constant and variable. Algebraic expression, algebraic expression is a mathematical statement which is formed by connecting two or more algebraic terms by using the symbols of fundamental operations. You can notice that in these algebraic expressions, we have some expressions having single term. Some expressions consist of two terms. Some expressions consist of three terms. So, based on the number of terms, involved in the algebraic expression, we can go for classifying them as monomial, binomial, trinomial. Got it? Not types of polynomials. Just observe it. If I write just 10x, it is an algebraic expression having single term only. Is called monomial. If two terms are there, 2x plus y, two terms are there, it is an example for binomial. Bi means two, mono means one. Next, x plus y minus z. There are three terms. So these are, it is a trinomial. Got it? I won't go for making you to write those. Just information. Based on the number of terms involved in the algebraic expression, they can be classified as monomial, binomial, trinomial, tetranomial, then pentanomial, like that. So many are there. If I go for taking just 2x minus 3y, what type of an algebraic expression it is? It is binomial because it consists of two terms. Here, the terms are, one is 2x and another one is minus 3y. Let me go for taking the first term. In the first term, we have 2 as well as x. Here, 2 is called coefficient. It is a constant, and this constant is known as coefficient. And x is called the variable. X is the variable involved in this expression. And in this term, minus 3 is coefficient, y is a variable. Clear? Have you understood? Okay. Let me go for taking one more example. Minus 2 by 3 xyz. It is an algebraic expression. It consists of two parts. It is variables part and second one is constant part. Here, constant part is known as coefficient. Minus 2 by 3 is the coefficient of xy.
Mukta JS, sit properly.
One more information is that 2xyz is there. If the coefficient of z is taken, then we will consider these two. 2xy. 2xy is the coefficient of z. Then 2x is the coefficient of yz. Like this we will take. But just focus two parts only. Coefficients, nothing but constants, and variables part. Here I am going to write some algebraic expressions. Don't go for copying them, just observe. Here I'll write the algebraic expressions are 2x minus 3y minus 10. X squared minus 3 by 4y minus 5. Then here I'll write 2x raised to the power minus 5 plus 2 by 3 into x plus 10. Just I have been taking the examples for the algebraic expression having 3 terms. You may take even 2 terms, 4 terms, any number of terms. Next, I'll take one more. It is 4x raised to the power 2 by 3 plus 11x minus 11. This is one group of algebraic expression. I call it as A. Let me go for taking another group. In this, 2x plus 3y plus 7. Then x squared plus 5x plus 6. Then 7y plus 11y squared minus 5. 2x plus 3y minus 4z. Look at it. Here I have taken nearly 8 algebraic expressions and they are to be divided into 2 groups. Do you find what difference in these 2 expressions that are written in column A and column B? Yes. Very good. Observe the powers. Okay. Here the powers are 1, 1. Powers of the variable. Here 2, 1. Here -5. Here 1. Here 2 by 3, 1. Whereas the powers of the variables involved in these expressions 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. You can notice that in the second group of algebraic expressions, the powers are non-negative integers. They're all in non-negative integers, nothing but the powers are whole numbers. Whereas in this case, look at, we have power 1, power -5, then power 2 by 3. Here the powers are rationals. Got it? Even the powers may be natural numbers or whole numbers or integers or p by q form, that is rationals. I go for taking all these are algebraic expressions only, particularly the algebraic expressions what I have written in group B. They involve the variables and the power of the variables is non-negative integers. So such algebraic expressions are known as polynomials. So these are all polynomials. These are all algebraic expressions. Once I tell you polynomial, let me tell you the definition of polynomial. An algebraic expression involving the variables whose power is non-negative integers. Andre alli negative irbardu, negative power irbardu, then p by q form irbardu. Only either natural numbers or whole numbers power should be there. Then only you can call those algebraic expressions as polynomials. An algebraic expression involving the variables whose power is non-negative integer is known as a polynomial. Look here. In column A, here we have written 4 algebraic expressions. In the first one, first and second, the powers are non-negative integers. These two expressions are also polynomials. Whereas these two, power is -5, here power is 2 by 3. They are just algebraic expressions, but not polynomials. Understood? Have you understood? Yes or no? Oh, okay. More than terms, coefficient. No. That is. I'm sorry. Once I repeat the definition, if you want to call an algebraic expression as a polynomial, power of the variable involved should be non-negative integers. Nothing but they should be whole numbers. Whole numbers between ಯಾವುದೇ numbers idru kuda they are not polynomials. Just they are algebraic expressions. So now let me go for writing the definition of polynomial. Please go for writing it. Right. By reading polynomial. 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 Write the definition. An algebraic expression. An algebraic expression having the variables or involving the variables whose power is non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. Non-negative integers in bracket you can read 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Non-negative integers is called a polynomial. It's called polynomial. Now let me write the general form of polynomial. Right. General form of polynomial. General form of polynomial. You are familiar with this? You know that if the variable involved in the polynomial is x, it is represented as p of x. That is polynomial in x. If y is there, it is p of y. If variable involved is z is there, then we write it as p of z. If both x and y are there, we write p of xy. Got it? Polynomial in z, polynomial in x and y. This is polynomial in x. For general form, I'll take only p of x. Now, this is equal to p of x is equal to here a naught x raised to the power 0 plus a1 x raised to the power 1. Go on writing with me. a2 x raised to the power 2 plus a3 x raised to the power 3 and so on. The last term is to be considered as it is an x raised to the power n. So this is the general form of polynomial. Here, a0, a1, a2 up to an, there are coefficients, there are constant, and these coefficients may be any real number. Where a0, a1, a2 and so on, they are constants. In bracket you may write, they are coefficients, and these coefficients may be any real numbers. I'll write just capital R, real numbers. Whereas x raised to the power 0, x raised to the power 1, x raised to the power 2 and so on up to x raised to the power n, they are all variables. Here n is a non-negative integer. N is non-negative integer. Yes, students, you all know that anything raised to the power 0 is 1. You no need to write x raised to the power 0. It is understood. There is 1. Got it? Don't go for striking it. Just for information, I have told. And to write them in the order, I have included that also. This is general form of polynomial. Now let me go for taking examples for polynomials. Right? Examples for polynomials. Here I write x is a polynomial. 2x plus 5 is a polynomial. Go on writing with me. 2x plus 5y minus z is a polynomial. X square plus 5x plus 6 is a polynomial. X square, y square, z cube is a polynomial. Not only this, even just a constant is also a polynomial. So all these are polynomials because the variables involved in these expressions having the power which is non-negative integer. Look here. I go for taking the expression like this. X raised to the power minus 2 plus 4. Is it a polynomial?
No,
Yes
sir.
or no?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
No, it is not a polynomial.
No, sir.
The reason is power is
Negative.
negative. Now you tell me, root x plus 10. Is it a polynomial?
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
a,
Yes, sir.
it is also not a polynomial. The reason is root x is nothing but x raised to the power 1 by 2 plus 10. See that power is in the form p by q. That is why it is also not a polynomial. Did you understand? Next, let me go for taking another one. 5 y raised to the power minus 2 by 7 plus 10. Is
No,
it a
sir.
polynomial?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, because power is
In the
power is
paper.
not a non-negative integer, or power is in fraction form or p by q form. Let me take one more. 2 by x plus 5. Is it a polynomial?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
No, sir.
It
No,
is
sir.
also not a
It can
polynomial.
be written as x to the power minus 1.
Minus.
Two
Very good.
ways.
The x denominator in it. When it is taken to the numerator, it becomes 2 into x raised to the power minus 1. Then plus 5. Power is negative. Therefore, it is not a polynomial. Did you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
yes, sir.
Now, observe. These are few examples for polynomials. Let me go for taking few more examples for the polynomial. Look here. It is 2x plus y is a polynomial. X square minus 11x plus 10. 4x minus 11x cube plus 5. See, I have been taking the examples for the polynomial just involving only one or two variables. Next, I'll take one more. 11x minus 5 by 3 y plus 10 x raised to the power 4 plus 1. See, these are the polynomials, 4 polynomials. Observe the variables involved and also their power. Okay, here variables involved are x and y. Their power is here is 1, here is 1. Here power is 2, 1. And next power is 1, 3. Here power is 1, 1 and 4. Now I am going to encircle only the highest power. Okay, this is highest power. In the second polynomial, highest power is 2. Third polynomial, highest power is 3. In fourth polynomial, highest
Four.
power is
4.
4. Then what do you call the highest? Very good. The highest power of
Degree of the
Degree of the
polynomial.
polynomial. Degree of the polynomial.
Yes, that is known as degree of the polynomial. Clear? Once I repeat, the highest power of the variable involved in the polynomial is known as degree of the polynomial. The degree of this first polynomial is 1. Degree of last polynomial is 4. Degree of the second polynomial is 2.
2.
Degree of this polynomial is
3. 3.
Right now, finally, degree of polynomial. Degree of polynomial. You may write the definition of it. The highest power of variable involved, the highest power of variable involved in the polynomial, is called its degree, or degree of that polynomial. The highest power of variable involved in the polynomial is called its degree. Let me go for taking few examples. Right. It is x square minus 5x plus 6. What is its degree?
2.
Degree is
2, sir.
2.
2.
Because highest power is 2. Next, I'll write one more. 11y minus 10y cube plus 4.
3, sir.
3, sir.
Degree is 3 because highest power is 3. Then 2 x raised to the power 5 by 11.
5.
5.
Highest power is 5. Hence
5.
degree is 5. Ora, shall I rub this? Listen. Dear students, we know that based on the number of terms, we have classified the expressions as it is monomial, binomial, trinomial, tetranomial, and so on. Similarly, based on number of terms involved in the polynomial, they are also to be classified as monomial, binomial, trinomial, tetranomial, pentanomial, and so on, multinomial. Got it? But
Sure.
particularly based on degree of the polynomial, we can go for classify the polynomials.
Linear, quadratic, cubic,
Quadratic.
biquadratic.
Don't tell. Just observe. Look at it. Here I'll write 2x, only 2x. Then here I'll write 2x square plus 5x plus 6. Then here I'll write 2x cube plus 5x minus 11. You can come to know that in the first polynomial, the highest power is 1, therefore its degree is 1. Here highest power is 2, degree is 2. Here highest power is 3, degree is 3. The polynomial having the degree 1 only, it is called
Linear
linear polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called
Quadratic polynomial.
quadratic polynomial.
Polynomial.
A polynomial
Polynomial.
degree 3 is
Cubic.
called
Cubic polynomial.
cubic polynomial. Wait, don't tell. A polynomial of degree 4, it is called biquadratic polynomial. Degree 5, it is quintic polynomial. Degree 6, hexic polynomial, and so on, many are there. Look here, I go for taking one more example. It is 11. Then what is its degree? You may believe
Zero
that
degree
there is
polynomial.
no
1.
Zero
variable
degree
at all.
polynomial.
Zero
Wait.
degree.
Look
Constant
here.
polynomial.
Just 11 into x raised to the power 0. Power of the variable is 0. Therefore, its degree is 0. Here, a polynomial having degree 0, it is called constant polynomial. If I write 11, it is a constant polynomial. 2, constant polynomial. 5 is a constant polynomial because their degree is 0. So these are the types of polynomials. Now let me go for giving you more information about this. Right side heading, types of polynomials. types of polynomials. Types of polynomials. In bracket you may write based on degree. Based on degree. Based on degree. Ora? Okay. Now let me go for giving you one more. First one. I won't give you the definition, just you have to write that particular type. A polynomial of degree 1, it is linear polynomial. Linear polynomial. In brackets, you may write its degree is 1. Degree 1. Observe. Do you know its general form? What is the general form of linear polynomial?
X plus B.
In general, we will write
X plus B.
ax plus b. I've taken only one variable involved, that is x. Ax plus b, where a is not equal to 0. A 0 agirabardide. Here a and b are to be considered as constant. X is variable. If a becomes 0, it will be constant. That is why a should not be equal to 0. I take few examples. Examples for linear polynomial.
Sir, if zero in power we have 0, which polynomial is it?
If there is 0, it
Yes,
is a constant polynomial. Because 0 can be written as 0 into x raised to the power 0. 2x plus 3, then 11x minus 5, just 10x. All these are examples for linear polynomial. Next, second one. Second one is a polynomial of degree 2 is called
Quadratic polynomial.
Quadratic polynomial.
Quadratic polynomial.
Right. Quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. In bracket you write its degree is 2. Degree 2. And let us write its general form.
Ax square plus
Wait,
by
wait,
plus
don't tell.
Plus C.
Don't tell. It is ax square plus bx plus c. You must equal to 0 ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಾರದು. If you write equal to 0, it will be equation. But we want only polynomial. It is an expression. So only ax square plus bx plus c. This is the general form of quadratic polynomial. Here also, a should not be equal to 0. B may be 0, C may be 0. I say example. It is x square plus 5x plus 6. Then 2x square minus 11 by 3x minus 4. Next, right. Third one, a polynomial of degree 3. It is cubic polynomial. Right. Cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. In brackets, you may write it as degree 3. Degree 3. And its general form. General form is it is ax cube
plus bx square plus
ax cube plus bx square cx
plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0.
equal to 0.
If a becomes 0, it will be a quadratic polynomial. I can write degree 2 uncle. Next, take few examples. It is 2 by 3 x cube minus 1. Next, 11x plus 3 minus 4x cube. These are cubic polynomials. Next, a polynomial of degree 4. It is biquadratic or also called quadric
Biquadratic.
polynomial. Right. Fourth, biquadratic polynomial. Biquadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 4. Degree 4. Write the general form of biquadratic polynomial. It is ax raised to the power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square dx plus e, where a is not equal to 0. And write an example. It is 7x raised to the power 4 plus 11x minus 5. Your highest power is 4. Therefore, it is biquadratic. Even we will just write it is 22 by 7 x raised to the power 4 is also a biquadratic. Like that, many are there. It is better to have the information up to biquadratic. It's enough. Then in addition with that, I'm going to take a polynomial of degree 0. A polynomial of degree 0 is called. It is
Constant polynomial.
Constant polynomial of the polynomial.
right. Fifth one. Fifth one, constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. In bracket you may write its degree is 0. Degree 0. And give example, sorry, general form. General form, just it is A only. A, you may take B, where A is constant. A is constant, any constant. Example, it may be 3, it may be minus 11, it may be minus 10, it may be 2 by 3, and so on. They are all examples for constant polynomials. Over. Over this one. Hope that you are copied. Now observe the word.
Sir.
Lakshmi Tia, have you copied? Okay. Just look here. I go for taking a polynomial in x. It is p of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Then this is the polynomial. But you may here you know that x is a variable. Variable may be any number. It may be any real number. Let me take just 1 in place of x. If I take 1 in place of x, it will be 2 into 1 plus 3. Here, 2 ones are 2, 2 plus 3, it is 5. Here, 5 is called value of this polynomial when x is 1. Got it? Understood? Okay. Now, if I take 2, I'll take 2 in place of x. It will be 2 into 2 plus 3. It is 2 2s are 4. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 is called value of the given polynomial when x is 2. Not only this, p of, I'll take negative number, minus 3. Minus 3, it will be 2 into x is minus 3 plus 3.
Minus 3.
2 into minus 3 minus 6.
Minus 3.
Plus 3 is minus 3. Here minus 3 is called the value of the given polynomial when x is minus 3. I take one more. In place of x, I'll write minus 1 by 2. Okay. In place of x, then it is equal to 2 into
2.
x is minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2, then plus 3. Here, 2 and 2 get cancelled.
Plus 2.
Is minus 1 plus 3. You will get 2. 2 is called value of the given polynomial when x is minus 1 by 2. I take last one. It is p of minus 3 by 2. In place of x, I've been taking
0.
minus 3 by 2.
0.
2 into, very good. 2 into minus 3 by 2 plus 3. Here 2 and 2 get cancelled. It is minus 3. This is plus 3. Minus 3 plus 3
0.
is called 0. Here 0 is the value of given polynomial when x is minus 3 by 2. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's about finding the value of the polynomial. You can notice that this is the given polynomial. We have found out the value of the polynomial by taking the different values for x. This is first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. But among these, only the value of one variable has made the value of polynomial as 0. That is minus 3 by 2. Minus 3 by 2 substitute ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ value 0 ಆಗಿದೆ. This variable, value of this variable, which makes the value of polynomial as 0, is called 0 of the polynomial. Clear? Once I repeat, the value of the variable which makes the value of given polynomial as 0 is called 0 of the polynomial, which you have already learnt in your previous class as well. Here, minus 3 by 2, it is the 0 of the given polynomial. Whereas minus 1 by 2, minus 3, 2 and 1, they are not the zeros. Just they are the value of the able to find out the value of the given polynomial. Artha aitala? Do you
Yes, sir.
any doubt?
Sir.
Any doubt? Yes, you have doubt. No. Okay, right. Side it. Value of a polynomial. Side it. Value of a polynomial. Write it as a question. Right. Find the value of the polynomial. Value of the polynomial. P of x is equal to 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3. Put comma. When first one. When x is equal to 2, when x equal to 2. Right. When x equal to 2. You know that p of x is equal to 2x plus 3. I'm substituting directly. So p of x, in place of x, you should write 2. 2.
7.
2 into 2 plus 3, it is 7. So p of 2 is 7. Next one. Second one, when x is minus 2, when x is minus 2, then p of minus 2 is equal to 2 into minus 2 plus 3.
-1.
2 into minus 2
Minus 1.
plus 3. Minus 1. Therefore, p of minus 2 is minus 1. Next. Third one. When x is minus 1 by 2, x equal to minus 1 by 2. Copy this. P of minus 1 by 2. P of minus 1 by 2 equal to 2 into minus 1 by 2 plus 3. 2 and 2 get cancelled. You get 2. Therefore, P of minus 1 by 2 is 2. Next. Fourth one. Fourth one is, it is x equal to minus 3 by 2. X equal to minus 3 by 2. Lakshmi TR, are you copying? Oh, good. Right. It is P of minus 3 by 2 equal to 0. This is the method of finding the value of the given polynomial. Now we are moving to 0 of the polynomial. Right. Say ready. Say ready. 0 of a polynomial. 0 of a polynomial. 0 of a polynomial. Write the definition. Well, before that, once I tell the definition, listen carefully. The value of the variable involved in the polynomial, which makes the value of polynomial as 0, is called 0 of a polynomial. Clear? Right. The value of variable, the value of variable involved in the polynomial, which makes the value of polynomial 0 is called 0 of polynomial. 0 of a polynomial. You all know the general form of 0 of a polynomial. Look here. If I take the polynomial as p of x is equal to x minus a, this is a polynomial, then it's a 0. What will be its 0?
A by
Yes,
x.
sir.
A by x.
Yes, sir.
Not a by x.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It
sir.
is nothing but
Yes, sir.
0 of the 0 of a polynomial is nothing but value of the variable which makes the value of polynomial as 0.
A, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is, then P of A equal to 0. Right? If P of X equal to X minus A, then P of A equal to 0. Therefore, A is called 0 of P of X. Therefore, A is called 0 of P of X. Now, let me go for taking an example. Written up. Written.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll take very simple example. Don't copy. Just observe. P of X is equal to X minus 2 on the top.
2.
P of X equal to X minus 2. Then could you tell what is it? 0?
Plus
X
2. Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Here, 2 is the 0. Don't copy. 0 of P of X equal to X minus 2. Is it right? This statement, Paripoda?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Can
sir.
we write this statement? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 2
Yes,
is
sir.
called the 0 of X minus 2. Because when you substitute 2 in place of X, the value will be 0. I take another one. Suppose 2x minus 3 is there. Could you tell what may be the 0?
3 by 2, sir.
3 by 2.
3 by 2 is the 0 of 2x minus 3. The reason is when you substitute this 3 by 2 in place of x, the value will be 0. Clear? Lakshmi TR. Understood? Yeah. Copy this. 3 by 2 is the 0 of 2x minus 3. 3 by 2 is the 0 of 2x minus 3. Below that, you write. Because here I'm right. We know that P of X equal to 2x minus 3. Then P of 3 by 2, it is equal to 2 into 3 by 2 minus 3. Lakshmi TR, are you writing?
Yes, sir.
It is. 2 and 2 get cancelled. 3 minus 3 is 3. Dear students, in your previous classes, you have learned how to find out the 0 of the polynomial, whether it may be linear or quadratic. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Just I go for taking any 2 examples for this. Right? Worked examples. Worked examples. Worked examples. Right. Find the 0 of each of the following polynomials. Each of the following polynomials. Find the 0 of each of the following polynomials. First, I take any 2 or 3 simple. Afterwards, I'm going to give you some polynomial to be taken from your previous year question papers as it is. First one, I take 2x minus 3. Already ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ 0 is 3 by 2. But it should be found out. Let me show you first one. Just look at it. while finding the zero of the polynomial, you will go for equating the given polynomial to zero. Everybody, just look at the board. It is 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Then 2x, we want the value of x, and again
0 plus 3.
transfer minus 3 to the right hand side becomes plus 3. Then x is equal to
3 by 2.
3 by 2. Here 3 by 2 is called 0 of this polynomial. When you substitute 3 by 2 in place of x, it becomes 0. That's an example for it. Here, when you substitute 3 by 2, you will get 0. That is why 3 by 2 is called 0 of the given value. Please copy. Copy this. Therefore, 3 by 2 is the 0 of given polynomial. 0 of given polynomial. I go for taking another example. Second one. This is also very simple one. 4x minus 7. 4x minus 7.
7 by 4.
Given polynomial to 0. 4x minus 7 is equal to 0. Transfer minus 7 to the right hand side. This is 4x equal to 7.
7 by 4.
Into 7 by 4. You can use 7 by 4 na expression substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it becomes 0. Therefore, 7 by 4 is the required 0. Or 0 of the polynomial is 7 by 4. Third. Third one. This time I'll go for taking a quadratic polynomial. This is also very simple one. Right. X square plus 5x plus 6. This is the given polynomial. Let us go for finding its 0. 0 find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ it should be equated to 0. 2 and 3. X square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. To solve x, you should factorize by splitting the middle term. ನಿಮಗೆ already ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ recall ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. To find out the factorization of LHS part, you will take the coefficient of first term and last. Here 1 is there, here 6 is there. You will multiply that. 1 into 6, it is equal to 6. And this, you have to find out the factors of 6 such that you should get the middle term. Middle term, ನಮಗೆ 5x ಇದೆ.
2 and 3. 2 and 3.
What are the factors of 6?
Minus 1 plus 5.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. ಅಥವಾ 3 and 2. You know, the factors should be in such a way that when you add them or when you simplify them, you should get middle term. When you multiply, you should get the product 6. 2 3s are 6. 2 plus 3, 5 are. Now, I'll write x square. Now, 5x can be split up as 2x plus 3x. 2x plus 3x. 5x ನಾನು 2x plus 3x ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Plus 6 equal to 0. Next, you group them by taking 2 terms. X square 2x is one group. These are the common thought. In this group, we have x x into, it is x plus 2. Second group again. 3 is a common factor. HCF of 3 and 6 is 3. 3 into, here also, x plus 2 equal to 0. Now, in the whole statement, x plus 2 is common factor. You know, ಇಲ್ಲಿ x plus 2 ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ x plus 2 ಇದೆ. I'll write that x plus 2 and the remaining will be x plus
Plus 3.
x plus 3 equal to 0. And here, each of these two should be equated to 0. X plus 2 equal to 0 and x plus 3 equal to 0. ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ?
-2 -3 sir.
Have you understood why it is equal to 0 equal to 0?
Yes sir.
Spurti BR, did you understand? ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ರಿಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ನೀವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ a into b equal to 0 ಇದ್ರೆ if you want a ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? a equal to 0 by b. 0 by b is nothing but 0. ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು b ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ b equal to 0 by a. 0 by a is 0. That is why we write a equal to 0, b equal to 0. In the same way, we have written x plus 2 equal to 0 and x plus 3 equal to 0. Then we have to find out the value of x. X equal to transfer 2 to the right hand side. It becomes minus. Here, 3 to the right hand side. It becomes minus 3. Here, minus 2 and minus 3. These two are zeros of the given polynomial. They are zeros of the given polynomial. Andre, this quadratic polynomial has two zeros, which means that when you substitute minus 2 in place of x, its value 0. Not only that, even minus 3 also. So verification is very clear. You don't copy. Given polynomial is p of x equal to x square plus 5x plus 6. ಈಗ ನಾವು -2 -3 zeros ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಿವಿ. So I'll substitute -2 in place of x. You know, x is -2 whole square. 5 into -2 plus 6. Here -2 whole square is 4.
4.
5 into -2 -10 plus 6. 4 plus 6 10. 10 minus 10
0.
Therefore, -2 is called 0 of the given polynomial. Not only this, even for -3 also. -3 na you substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ -3 whole square plus 5 into -3 plus 6.
9.
-3 whole square is 9. 5 into
-15.
-15.
Plus 6.
9 plus 6 15. 50 minus
0.
10 is 0. Therefore, -3 is the 0 of a given polynomial. Conclusion. Therefore, the zeros are -2 and -3. Now let me take another example as given in the textbook only. Right, x square minus 3x minus 4. Fourth, x square minus 3x minus 4. We have to find out zeros of this. X square minus 3x minus 4. Try to find it out.
-4 plus 1 sir.
-4 plus 1 or +4 minus 1.
+4 minus.
Here. Yes, if you have done, you just cross check. In the first step, we will equate this to 0. X square minus 3x minus 4 equal to 0. Then multiply first and last term. I'll take only coefficient. Here is 1, here is minus 4. It is 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. And the middle term is minus 3x, right, minus factors of minus 4 to get minus
4 and
3.
4 and 1.
4 and 1.
1.
4 and 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 4 plus 4 ones are
Minus 4.
Minus 4.
Minus 4.
4 minus
4 plus 1 5. We want minus 3. To get minus 3, we write minus 4 because minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. Minus 4 into 1 is minus 4. Right? It is x square minus 4x plus 1x minus 4 equal to 0. Group them. In the first group, x is common factor, it is x minus 4. Next, here 1 is common factor,
1 is, sir.
x minus 4 equal to 0. In the whole statement, x minus 4 is common factor, you will get remaining x plus 1 equal to 0. Then equate x minus 4 to 0 and x plus 1 to 0. Here x equal to 4 and here
Minus 1.
equal to
Minus 1.
minus 1. Therefore, the zeros are
4 and minus
4 and minus 1. Have you got say?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ನಿಮಗೆ
Yes, sir.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. I'll take one such exam. I'm going to rub it. Fifth one, you may put star mark, double star mark. ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತನಕ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದಿಲ್ಲ. What are the problems we solved till now? These are all just general information. Particular question to be asked in the examination. Now I am going to write it. It is 3x square minus 2 into root x plus 2 equal to 0. Three x square minus 2 into root 6 x plus 2 equal to 0. Sorry, not equal to 0. Just it is polynomial. Up to here only. Now, please write with me. The very first step is we will equate the given polynomial to 0. I'll write the same. 3x square minus 2 into root 6 into x plus 2 equal to 0. First we have equated that to 0. Next step we have to multiply first and last term by taking the coefficients. Here is 3, here is 2. 3 into 2, this is 6. Next, let us write the middle term. Middle term is minus 2 into root 6. Minus 2 into root 6 and
Minus root 6 plus minus root 6.
yes, it is right. Yes, students. Now just observe. Don't go for writing. Just look at them. We have to find out the factors of 6, such that when you multiply, you should get 6, and on simplification, minus 2 root 6 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿ, don't write. If I write 1 and 6, 1 6 are 6, but 1 plus 6 is 7, not equal to this. You may write 2 3s are 6, but 2 plus 3 is 5, not minus 2 into root 6. Okay, what I am going to write is, here root 6 is there. I'll write root 6 2 times. The reason is, when you multiply root 6 and root 6. It will be root 6 whole square. Square and root cancel agutte. You will get 6. So root 6 into root 6, it is 6. Root 6 plus 1 root 6, it is 2 root 6, but we want minus 2.
Minus 1 root 6 minus 1.
Minus. Minus 1 root 6, minus 1 root 6, minus 2 root 6. Minus into minus plus, root 6 into root 6, 6. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No,
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Oh, okay. 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 Good.
Sir, repeat it, sir, once again.
Repeat that. We have multiplied first and last term. We got 6. Middle term is minus 2 into root 6. We have to find out the factors of 6. Here, root 6 and root 6. When you multiply these two, you will get 6 only. When you add them, root 6 ಮತ್ತೆ root 6 ನ add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ 2 root 6 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. We want minus 2 into root 6. That is why I'll take minus root 6 minus root 6. It will be minus 2 root 6. Hence we have taken the factors. Here. Now please go and write it with me. This is 3x square minus 2 times root 6 can be written as minus 1 time root 6 x minus 1 more time root 6 x plus 2 equal to 0. Now group them. Here we have to take the common factor. You know, 3, but here root 6 is there. Can we take the common factor?
No, sir.
No, sir.
no, sir.
We take no.
Yes, sir.
It is
Yes, sir.
possible.
X,
Yes, sir. Entire x is common,
sir.
sir.
Only x.
3x.
3x. But in only 6 is not there. We have
One.
Please,
Root 3x, sir.
wait, very good.
X.
Jika,
3x.
look here. Look here, look here. Others D. Look here. Look here, look here. Rahil. Rahil. Observe. Here, we know that root 6 into root 6 is just a 6. Because it will be root 6 whole square, it is 6. Then root 3 into root 3, it is 3. The reason is root 3 into root 3 is root 3 whole square. Square and root get cancelled. It is 3. I write 3 as root 3 into root 3. You may be thinking that, sir, why do you write so? ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 6 is the multiple of 3 and this 6 can be written as 2 into 3. Root 6 is to be written as root 2 into 3 and this is to be written as root 2 into root 3. Understood?
Sir, but you have written root 3 into root 3, no, sir.
Root 3 into root 3, this 3.
Okay, sir.
X square minus in root 6 ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು root 3 into root 2 into x ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. Any doubt?
Sir, x square should be put on both sides, sir. X
square
should be put on root 3 both, sir. For root 3 both also.
No, sir.
Oh, not understanding what you are telling.
Sir is saying root 3 x should be there for root 3x, root 3x.
Root 3 both are same only. Root 3x, root 3x. It is root 3 into root 3 into x square. Observe. Here root 6 is there. 6 is the multiple of 2. Hence again I split up root 6 as root 3 into root 2. Observe. Pranati, observe. Root 3 into root 2 into x plus 2 is I'll write it as root 2 into root 2 equal to 0. Direct common factor ತಗೋಬಹುದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬರ್ದಿನಿ. Next, observe. In these two, root 3 is common. Not only that, even x also. So I write root 3 x as common factor. When you take out root 3x as common factor, you get remaining root 3 into x minus here root 2. Next, in these two terms, root 2 is common factor. All right, minus root 2 into, you will get root 3 into x minus into minus plus into root 2. Have you understood? Understood?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, in the whole statement, root 3 into x minus root 2 is common factor. Remaining root 3 into x minus root 2 equal to 0. Equate each of these to 0. Root 3 into x minus root 2 equal to 0. And second term, root 3 into x minus root 2 equal to 0. Then write root 3 into x equal to, transfer minus root 2 to the right hand side. It becomes plus root. Then x equal to root 2 by root 3 can be written as 2 by 3. Next, here x equal to square root of 2 by 3. So conclusion, therefore, the zeros are root 2 by 3 and root 2 by 3. Alright, usually this type question can be expected in the exams.
Pranav, mute your phone.
Practice.
Mute.
Meghna K, understood? Okay, good. Ikra Nazneen, understood? Mukta GS? Okay. Deepak LP, have you understood or not? Yes. Okay. Adya KB? Okay. Deva Singh, have you understood? Okay, good boy. And Sushant SB. Yes, very nice. Okay. Side, please, sir. Okay. Hope that you have copied. So today I have completely focused on the basic information. I have not yet come across the particular concept. Particular concept will be coming from tomorrow. Okay. These must be practiced today itself. In worksheet, I'll give you some problem related to this type. Nearly 4 to 5 will be given. Please do practice them today itself. Okay.
Okay,
Tomorrow we shall go for continuing this chapter because already time up. So with this, let us stop the class. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.